Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to do the Summer Daze ring, and this is the ring that I made to go with the Summer Daze earrings that we made last week. And so here's the earring, and we did all these different earrings, and this is the ring. And the ring is part of the Dizzy Daisy Duo series, which I did a while ago, and I just didn't do the rings, so it's time to do the ring, so we're going to call it the Summer Daze ring. And if you haven't seen the Dizzy Daisy Duo series, this was the ankle bracelet, and you see how this component that hangs from the ankle bracelet or necklace, you can use this as a necklace. I'm just using that component to make this very simple, cute ring. All right, so let's take a look at it. So I'll move these aside. We're going to actually make the ring to go with this pair of earrings. So here's this one, and I did a pink one to go with the pink earrings. I did a turquoise and silver to go with the turquoise and silver. Don't have earrings for this one, and I don't have a ring for these pretty Bordeaux Super Duo, but I will get those and make those. So let's put these aside. Lots of earrings going on here. Lots of daisy stuff. All right, so here, we'll put these aside. So here's the ring, and as I said, it's just that same component with a band around it. Very simple. This is so fast. You can just pop these out like crazy if you like. I mean, they're just so cute. I just made this one a few minutes ago. Simple, just like the earrings. Very, very easy to do. So let's get a materials list going, and we'll get started on this. So to make a ring, you're going to need some MiniDuos. Now, I've just used MiniDuos on this. I did not try it with Super Duos. I think it might be big with Super Duos, but, you know, if you like a big ring, then I say go for it. So here we go. I think you need 34-ish Super Duos. So I don't know how many are there, but I'm using this Jade. I think it's Jade Picasso. I'll put all the names in the materials box under the video. You're going to need one pearl. I've got a little bronze pearl here. We're going to need some Miyuki 3.4 millimeter drops. I think you need 9 of them. Going to need some 11 OC beads. Just a few. Okay. You're going to need a little stop bead. Got a little stop bead. You're going to need some Wildfire 8-pound Fireline. I wouldn't use 6. I'd go 8-pound Fireline, and or Wildfire, because you want it, you want the ring to have a little bit of structure to it. So I think a thread with a little wider diameter is better. Size 10 or 11 beading needle. I think either one will work. The smallest bead you're going to use here is an 11/0, so I think you could use a 10, size 10. All right, so that's it. So why don't you gather up your materials, and we'll get started making the Summer Daze ring. See you in a minute. Okay, we're back, and I've threaded my needle with about 24 inches of Fireline, an arm span or so. You don't need much thread. Put on a stop bead, and I left a small tail just to sew in, and string on 10 of your MiniDuos. And we're going to make it into a circle and sew through all the beads again. So come on around. Around this particular color has got a little bit of material on the inside. They're not clogged, they're just a little hard to get through. So I'm just doing a couple at a time. Just come on through you past where your stop bead is. So we're coming out of, here's my tail thread with the stop bead, and I'm coming out of one bead past there. So go through 4 more. I just want to get the pearl on in the center. So it's just this kind of, it's easy to do it this way. And you tighten it up a little bit more. So I'm just going to come through, just like that. Then I'm going to put it down. I'm going to pick up my pearl. just like that. And I generally just let it drop, and it kind of tells me where it should go. But if you want, you can count. So you're coming out of this MiniDuo. Let's make sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell. So we're coming out of, well, this is tight. We're coming out of this MiniDuo right here. So count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come through. Number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Okay, come through. Number 5. Just like that. I should put it on just about center. Just like that. Alright, so there you go. Now come past a few more beads. Just like that. Just want to secure the pearl. Okay. These little minis are really giving me a little bit of a problem. Okay, there you go. Bending my needle a little bit. Okay, so you're coming out of the bottom hole of one of the MiniDuos. Just come through the top of that same MiniDuo. Now we're going to add on a MiniDuo in between each of the two MiniDuos here. So you're coming out of here, come through the top of the next MiniDuo. I just do that all the way around. Just keep coming around. I just do this round with you. There. Another one. Okay, coming to the last one. Come through the top of the next mini, and then the bottom of the first one you put on, just like that. Pull that in, and give it a little pull in the direction the thread is going. Kind of cups it a little bit, see? Alright, and then I just like to go past one or two, just to secure that round. So just go past a couple, just like that, and give it a nice pull. Then come up the top hole of the super door you're coming out of. Alright, so now we're going to do our last round. You're going to pick up an 11-0 and grab your drops and a drop. And one thing I just wanted to show you before we do this, I'm going to take that off for a second. If you notice with these drops, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to pull in really close just to give you a little heads up on the drops. Look at how skinny some of the diameter is on some of the drops, and how, look at that one. That one's nice, that's wide, and that's skinny. I say go through them and pick out either all, you know, some that are similar in size. They'll just look better. I don't know why they're so uneven. They're Miyuki drops, but they're just a little bit, you know, they're not very exact. So I'm just going to pick out the ones that are just closest in size, so I'm going to sort of get the middle size ones. So an 11-0 and a drop, 11-0, and a drop. Probably, I mean, maybe it doesn't matter, but excuse me, but I just, you know, I'm just sort of a stickler for that, so I'm just staying away from the ones that are super skinny. Okay, 11-0 and a drop. And just come all the way around and meet me at the end, and we're going to reinforce it again and tie some knots, and then we'll put the band on. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, so I'm coming around, and I'm going to put on my last 11-0 and my drop, and I'm going to come through the top hole of this MiniDuo, the 11-0 and the drop. Get my tail thread that caught a little bit. And then I'm going to pull, and then you want to pull it a bit in the direction your thread, you're sewing, to get it to cup a little bit, and then come around with just your thread to reinforce this whole bottom and pull it in. Okay, so that makes it, see how that makes that cup a little bit? And then meet me back here and we'll put the band on. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, we're back, and I went around and I sewed through all my 11-ohs and my drops, and I want to come out of a drop. So have your thread come out of one of the drops, just like that. And then you want to add a number of MiniDuos and 11-ohs to make your band. Okay, so for my size 8 middle finger, I need 14 MiniDuos. Just measure, put some on, wrap it around your finger, and see how many you're going to need, and then write that number down. So in the future, if you make more, you know exactly how many you did, and you don't have to count it on the ring, and So I have 14. I'm coming out of this drop here. Now, I've put on 14 MiniDuos and 15 seed beads. You want an extra seed bead at the end because we want to match either side. Okay, so you have 14 MiniDuos and 15, or just one more 11-oh than you have MiniDuos. And you want to bring this around to the other side. So look at your band is going to go in this direction here. So you want to make sure that you're attaching it. So this is at the top to the other side in the right place. All right. So we're coming here. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Come through number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to turn it around, and maybe a good way to do this would be just to wrap it around your finger, just to see, so you can tell, where you're. Here, let me do it this way. See, so this is the way you want your band to go on. Okay. So as you're coming around this way, so you want to come through this guy on the other side. All right. So you're just going to have to look and make sure you're getting it in the right direction. So you're coming through this one, you're going to be coming through a seed bead and the drop, just like this, to attach your band. Okay, and mine's a little tight. All right. It's only tight because of these beads. They're or in my needle, I don't know, but shouldn't be that tight. So that looks about right. And then you want to make sure that you're going to put your band on, in this direction, just like that. So you're coming out of this drop on this side, pick up an 11-oh, and come through the seed bead. The MiniDuo, and that's just going to secure where your band is going. See, so that puts my band in the center. And then you just want to take an 11-oh and go through each MiniDuo. How easy is that? So I'm just putting an 11-oh through every one. And this come down to the other side and meet me at the other end, and then we'll sort of reverse direction and we'll tighten up the band, and then we'll have a ring. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so I'm coming to the end, and I'm putting on my last seed bead, and you just want to come through the seed bead and the drop on the other side, just like that. And now your band is secure. That's it. Okay, so you're coming through the drop. So you came through the seed bead and the drop. Now come down the other side of the band, just like this, and you want to secure the band. So to do that, you want to go all the way around, and it's amazing how the minute you do this, the band becomes nice and secure, and it holds its shape. All right, so that's all you want to do, and you can tie some half-hitch knots here. So just come through. Look at my bent needle. I think sometimes these pony needles, I love the pony needles and I use them because I like the fact that they don't break, but sometimes, I don't know, I think it depends on the batch. They bend very easily. They shouldn't be bending this much, but I love them, so I'll deal with the occasional batch that is that might be a little bit, weaker than the others. So come on down. All right, and then tie your half-hitch knots. You can come through the seed bead, the drop, and then come down again on the other side. I'm not going to do that because you know, you can do that. And then you have yourself a ring. So let's pop it on. So this actually fits my ring finger as well as probably my middle finger. I'll kind of push it onto my middle finger. So there you have it. Here's your little ring. So here's a Summer Daze ring. Here's the earring. Okay, here's another ring. All right, so have fun making these. They're very simple, very easy. I would just say that sometimes with the easier patterns, the really simple patterns, tension makes a difference, and the beads you use and how you're sewing. So just because it's easy doesn't mean that it's a simple pattern. It doesn't mean that it's super easy to do. You still have to watch your tension, and you still have to reinforce it and make sure that it comes out beautiful, even though it's simple. You can even make this with your daughter if she's old enough. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. The charms are coming up. I know that many of you have been asking me when are the interlace charms, the rest of the charms coming. They're coming up. I promise they'll be up before you know it. Thanks again. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.